Hello friends, welcome back to the next part of the video of primary amenorrhea. So now you know what are the causes, right? So in last class we discussed about statistics and what are the causes of primary amenorrhea, all those things. So now workup. If you know workup, you know what to do, you know what to treat, the basic things, right? So as we know, the basic workup which we do for basic workup which we do for any case in this world is history, physical examination, include general physical examination and systemic examination, investigations and treatment. This is like Bible. So if you know this, we'll apply the same things and we'll extrapolate to our current workup of primary amenorrhea. Workup of primary amenorrhea. Okay. Now, see history. What history do you like to ask for? See, in the definition which we talked about primary amenorrhea in last class, which is a very important thing. Correct, no? So basically, if you will ask the same history, when was the loss? If she had any, whether she had any menses like things, or any breast development or tenderness, all those things. If she had menstruated, then what was her lost LMP? And any family history of any genetic conditions. And since I told Turner is very common, you can ask about any features of Turner syndrome or short stage. I mean, this is something which you see. I'm sorry. Any web neck, all those things is something which you see. Now coming to examination. See, in this case, if you know examination, you will come to a proper diagnosis. So examination in a primary amenorrhea patient is of paramount amount of significance. I mean, I cannot stress this. I cannot. That is so important for you to order an investigation, or you will always come to a diagnosis by your end of your examination. Almost. You might have one or two differentials, and if you know, you're sorted. So that is why that is the importance of examination. That too, just general physical examination, and I'm not talking about any systematic. Believe me, if you stay throughout this, I'm sure you will take away something related to primary amenorrhea. Okay. So now you will do a physical examination. So what do you think is physical examination includes? I will check height. I will check weight. Okay. I will check secondary sexual characters like pubic hair development, breast development, axillary hair development. I would say your concept. Okay, concept link. So what is the concept? So concept is that for development of pubic hair, you need androgens. For development of breast, you need estrogen. So if you see these two are present, that means these two are normal. If these two are not there, then these two are abnormal. For God's sake, you remember this. I mean, there's nothing to remember. This is law concept. Okay, concept is something which you need to understand. Then if this is there, then it's something to do with what? Uterus. Okay, I will come about it. Okay, this is the concept. Remember this now. Okay, now we'll classify the patient that if it's normal, if it's less, and if it's abnormal. So now you will examine. Now you will have 3 cases. 1, everything is normal. So everything is normal. That means what? Estrogen is normal. Okay, LH, FSH normal. Okay, then what else? Androgens are normal. That means you have even the pubic hairs. That means what I'm talking about, secondary sexual characters are normal. This is what mostly you see in OPD. Okay. Now, what do? Go for local examination. And check for vagina. Okay. You check for vagina, and also you order an ultrasound of pelvis to look for any uterine abnormalities. Okay. Now, there is no uterus. That means you are dealing with Mullerian malformation. Okay. But now there is one more condition where uterus is present, even vagina is present. Okay, now you might now other, this is one thing, but even if it's you can have other condition where there is nothing, but when you do a local examination here itself, when you do the local examination here, you might have bluish discoloration. Okay, then cough impulse might be positive. What does it mean? You'll ask her to cough, that mass moves out. Okay, this is a case of imperforate eye. Okay, imperforate eye. So if this is normal, uterus and vagina is present, now you do something called as FSH and LH level checking. This is an investigation part. I will touch up that's there. So if this is also normal, then it's mostly likely a case of acid man. Okay, I know this is more likely in secondary than primary, but it's given in shots. That's why I'm saying. Okay, if it's high, then you are doing something related to ovarian pathologies, which I'll touch up. Okay, so now you know this thing. Now second category. So it's normal. Now we'll talk about short. Yeah, I know. You have already told the diagnosis. So short and poor breast development implies what? The poor breast development implies reduced estrogen. Correct. No, short status implies reduced GnRH also in some cases. So go for a, most likely this is an ovarian or gonadal dysgenesis problem. Short almost. So look for other features like short stature, web neck, all those things. Most likely you'll be dealing with the Turner syndrome. Okay, most likely. I'm not saying it's the only thing. You have other spheres, then all those things. But what you need to do, an important investigations which you cannot forget, is karyotyping. Even if you know it's a case of Turner's, you need to do karyotyping. Why? Yes, same why. Because there's something called as mosaic Turners. So to differentiate between true Turners and mosaic Turners, you need to do a karyotyping. And also it can be any other. No, if it's swayers, you will get as 46XY. If it's androgen insensitivity, what will you get? So based on that, again you might go with Turners, mosaic, swayers. So a lot of other things are there. And AIS. But AIS is not here. I will deal in some other category. Okay. Now there's one more case. What is the other case? So now tall height or normal with features of hirsutism. This is most likely, yes, I know you would have heard PCOS, or it can be an androgen insensitivity syndrome. That means here, if you see in general physical examination, what will be less? Pubic hair or axillary hair will be scanty, but breast development, what do you think? Will be almost normal. Okay, so this is how you diagnose. Here it's either AS or PCOS. Okay, now with respect to swayers, if you want me to talk, they will have normal height. Okay, so then they will have no breast development, because there the karyotyping, if you see, it's 46XY. They cannot produce estrogen, for God's sake, because they are male. Okay, they will have bilateral inguinal hernia, that is nothing but palpable testis. Okay, so that is how you go about in that case. Swayers also have discussed. So see how many things we have discussed in this workup. Correct, no? So basic investigations which you need to see: biochemical, hormone panel. I'm not writing fully because I know if it's a lengthy video, then you people doesn't come and watch. That's not my problem. You are at loss. In radiological, ultrasound pelvis for uterine abnormalities. This you will go and watch, see other videos. Okay, because I'm just this channel is mainly to adjunct your clinical correlation with other platforms. This is not like sole. This is not the sole platform to deal all cases. This is just a workup, statistics, then how to go about, what are the diseases are there. Okay, this is for uterine abnormalities. Then MRI, yeah, in radio itself, MRI for other conditions like, you know, if they you suspect any brain pathology, for example, other conditions, you to check. This is basically for secondary amenorrhea. In primary, I don't want to take about on this. Then pathology, there is nothing else. Okay, nothing much related to pathology. Even infection also, there is nothing much. Treatment, yeah, sorry, this is investigations. I'm sorry. Treatment in case of Kalman, yeah, what do you do? GNRH. How do you give? Continuous or pulsatile? Matters no. How do you give? That you will write in the comment section. You give continuous, okay, or pulsatile. Think about it and write. Okay. It's continuous. Okay. Then if it's uterine abnormalities, surgery. Then it's ovarian. In case of Turner's, what do? Start an estrogen supplement and also GNRH, because height will be less, no. So this is a multimodal approach. This in subsequent videos, if you want, you put it on comment section. I'll do a video. Okay, how to go about with Turner's. Then again, AS and PC. AS you cannot do anything. Receptors are gone. What do you think you can do? Acid man, I told. Adistrolalysis. Then PCOS, treat the cause. That is, you start run. What do you think you can start? See, PCOS is a broad disease. You need to deal it in a multimodal approach and have a patient-specific approach. Okay. Now you know what is the basic workup. So basically, if you know your examination proper and this concept, you're short. Okay, in this basically you will ask for history about lost menses, breast development, LMP and all. Then height, weight, section, and secondary sexual characters. Based on that, it can be either normal or short or tall. If it's normal, then basically it's localized pathology, might be uterus or vagina. So for that, you will do local examination, and in local examination plus ultrasound pelvis. In local examination, you look for the hymen and structures. If it's a blue halo, blue structure, if you see bluish discoloration and cough impulse is positive, then you go for imperforate hymen. Okay, you can, other conditions are also there, transverse vaginal septum. For that again, local examination is something which is important. Or if you are dumb, order an MRI. Okay. Then you also order your ultrasound pelvis, so that you get to know any uterine abnormalities are there. So that is one important. Based on that, if second thing is you do hormonal panel. This is something more to do with secondary. Okay, but I have included because short says it. Then if it's a short stature and poor breast development implies, based on our concept, estrogen is less and GnRH is less, most likely a problem of gonadal dysgenesis. Most likely 40 to 55% it's Turner's. You should do a karyotyping. Okay, you should do a karyotyping. Then come about with what is the proper condition. Then if it's a tall-height and hirsutism case, most likely it's an AS or a PCOS condition. Basically, you treat the cause. This is the gist. Okay, if you know these things, you're short. So this is the gist. This is the mind, not mind. This basic approach and workup. See how easy, no, gynec is easy if you understand basic and that approach to gynec video. For strata, hormone imbalance, then index of Robbins. If you know this, I'm sure you can deal with any case, man. Come on, you can't. You can. So that is the importance of it. Okay. Treatment part, I know you can read up, but workup is something which is essential, and that is where you get stuck. So I have discussed that part. So this is the end of primary amenorrhea. Next video we'll discuss about secondary amenorrhea, status checks, then workup. Please stay with me because I've taken a lot of time and effort to discuss that part there. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. I've revised the proper things. If you have any doubt, comment down. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.